Eileen Gu's SAT score draws attention after Winter Olympics. Eileen Gu has now competed in her second Winter Olympics for China, adding to her medal total at Milano Cortina 2026. Prior to Milan, the freestyle skier won 3 medals at the 2022 Beijing Games, including gold in the big air and halfpipe events, along with silver in slopestyle. At the 2026 Winter Games, Gu added 3 more medals to her total. She scored 179.00 in big air and 86.58 in slopestyle, earning silver in both events. And in the halfpipe, her final event in Milan, Gu posted a 94.75 to beat out China's Li Fanghui for the gold medal. Following a successful 2026 Winter Olympics, Gu stayed in Milan for her other job. Throughout her skiing career, she has also built a successful side career as a model and brand ambassador for luxury brands such as Louis Vuitton. This has given her the opportunity to attend major fashion events, including the 2026 Milan Fashion Week, which ran from February 24th to March 2nd. While Gu has stayed busy with her skiing and fashion career, she has also been a student at Stanford University since 2022, taking quantum mechanics before settling on an internal relations major. She enrolled after becoming the first student in San Francisco University High School history to graduate a year early, while also scoring 1580 out of a possible 1600 on her SAT. This score falls in the 99th percentile, with the average SAT score around 1050. Fans have recently taken notice of Gu's impressive SAT score, taking to social media to leave their thoughts. A friendly reminder to her haters that the Chinese Olympian Eileen Gu Chinese graduated with a near-perfect SAT score of 1580 from her high school and is currently studying quantum physics at Stanford University, a fan wrote. Incredibly talented, intelligent, and absolutely gorgeous, added another. Okay, keep going, commented a third. This young lady's the complete package, posted a fourth. Extremely impressive resume. Am I envious? No. But you will see me green with envy when a woman is beautiful, charming, and a banterer, wrote a fifth. Beauty with brain, skill, and talent, added a sixth. In the glacial heights of the winter sport pantheon, Eileen Gu has been a dazzling figure for years, a freestyle skiing prodigy with an uncommon blend of athletic audacity and poised intellectual curiosity. At the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan Cortina, her gravity-defying runs earned her 3 medals, 1 gold and 2 silver, making her the most decorated woman in Olympic freestyle skiing history. Yet soon after her remarkable performance on snow, another, quieter but no less impressive, achievement captured global attention. Her new perfect SAT score of 1580. This detail, a standardized test result, might seem out of place against a backdrop of Olympic medals and viral press room exchanges. But for many around the world, it resonated deeply. Here was a young woman excelling not just in a high-risk, high-reward athletic arena, but also in academic pursuit. In an era where multifaceted excellence is both celebrated and scrutinized, Gu's SAT score became more than a statistic. It became a symbol. 1. The Olympic spotlight. A stage for more than sport. At the 2026 Winter Olympics, Gu, 22, continued to showcase her mastery of free ski disciplines, proving herself not only physically adept, but mentally resilient enough to compete across multiple events. From defending her halfpipe title to confronting the pressure of global expectation, her athletic narrative was already captivating audiences worldwide. Yet as news outlets and social channels buzzed with highlight reels and medal counts, fans began to notice another accolade: Gu's new perfect SAT result. For students, parents, educators, and casual observers alike, this revelation sparked discussion, not just about how gifted she is, but how multidimensional achievement can be. 2. Why a test score became newsworthy. In an age where elite athletes often become commodified figures, brands, influencers, social media personalities, Gu's academic prowess introduced a refreshing twist. The SAT, while sometimes controversial as a measure of educational ability, remains a widely recognized benchmark for college readiness in the United States. A 1580 out of 1,600 places, someone in the top fraction of a percent of test takers, a level of mastery many students spend years striving toward. But what made the disclosure viral wasn't just the number itself. It was the fact that the world had gotten used to seeing Eileen GU as a phenomenon on snow, and suddenly she was being celebrated for her brainpower too. For many, this intersection of sport and scholarship blurred a common cultural separation, the idea that one must choose between being physically extraordinary or intellectually accomplished. GU's journey challenges that binary. 3. A narrative of balance, ski slopes and study sessions. GU's ability to excel in both domains didn't happen in isolation. It reflects a pattern she has demonstrated throughout her life, one where structured learning and self-discipline go hand in hand with fearlessness and creative expression. Before the Winter Olympics made her an international headline, GU was already a student, enrolled at Stanford University, balancing rigorous academic coursework with international travel, ski training, and media commitments. This academic path isn't incidental. Stanford is one of the most selective universities in the world. Combining this with her SAT success underscores a broader truth. GU is not just athletic talent packaged inside an elite athlete. She's someone who deeply values intellectual challenge. Her Stanford affiliation, and now her test score, reminded millions that behind the celebrity persona is a dedicated student. 4. The cultural meaning behind the attention. Why did a test score, of all things, gain such widespread attention? Part of it comes down to relatability. Almost everyone, in some corner of their lives, has grappled with academic pressure, testing anxiety, or the question of, am I doing enough? When someone at the pinnacle of athletic achievement also conquers a standardized academic challenge, it defies easy categorization. It invites people to reconsider their own assumptions about what success looks like. For students juggling multiple responsibilities, school, jobs, family expectations, extracurriculars, GU's example became a kind of modern myth, the idea that excellence is not singular but layered. Even if most people don't become Olympic champions, many could see themselves meeting goals they once considered unattainable. In a time when achievement culture is often critiqued for crushing young people with unrealistic standards, GU's story offered both inspiration and complexity. Yes, high performance is amazing, but it also takes structure, support, and personal commitment. 5. Discussion across social media and global communities. Once news of GU's SAT score spread, reactions ranged widely. Students and educators celebrated, seeing her as a role model in academic as well as athletic circles. Parents and families shared her score as motivation for their own children's educational goals. Commentators and cultural observers noted how GU's dual success underscores the value of a Renaissance approach to personal development, talent that spans intellectual, physical, and social domains. Critics on some platforms questioned why academic achievements are sometimes lifted up as rare for athletes, pointing to a broader issue of how society often underestimates the intellectual capacities of sports figures. What was clear, however, is that the narrative struck a chord beyond typical Olympic coverage. The conversation wasn't just about medals or podium standings. It was about potential. It was about reshaping expectations for a new generation. 6. Beyond the score. What this means for future generations. Eileen GU's story, from Stanford hallways to Olympic halfpipes, now serves as a modern template for holistic ambition. It encourages young people not only to dream big, but to cultivate versatile skills across different areas of life. In a society where success is frequently siloed, athletes here, academics there, artists somewhere else, GU's narrative suggests a compelling alternative, that excellence is interconnected. Learning can amplify performance. Sport can sharpen focus, discipline, and creativity. Instead of viewing her SAT score as a surprising add-on, Perhaps it should be seen as an integral part of her identity, one that aligns with her broader drive for mastery in all she does. 7. Eileen Gu's legacy, more than the numbers. In the years to come, headlines about Eileen Gu may highlight new competitions, world titles, fashion collaborations, or academic achievements. But for now, her new perfect SAT score reminds the world that multidimensional excellence matters. When the history of sport and culture in this era is written, Gu will stand not just as an Olympic icon but as a symbol of integrated achievement, a person who embraced challenge wherever she found it, on snow, in classrooms, and in the public imagination. In a world hungry for inspiration, that kind of story, rooted in both grit and intellect, offers a richer understanding of success, purpose, and the potential within each of us.